Hey guys, what's going on? Going to do an update on some of Tim Sykes' CatalystX alerts from the Tim Sykes newsletter. Leave a link in the description below where you can go and check out the full review of Tim Sykes' newsletter. You can see here it's only $49 for all the good stuff you get, including XGPT alerts, which are very few and far between. But the CatalystX alerts is much more frequent, so you get several of those very quickly. So this month we've had three, and it's only the 8th, so you're getting one every couple of days or so, which is really fantastic. So I really enjoy this service. I know a lot of people have some issues with it, and we'll discuss those in a few minutes. First, I wanted to talk very quickly about my friend Matt's Spy Sniper system, which is an indicator system for TradingView. He also teaches how to automate this, completely automate it. So you have a sniper that's sniping SPY, just quick day trades. Every morning when there's a setup, it just goes in and out, and it has entries, exits, and stops, so everything's automated for you. And you can either use it manually, so you just use it as an indicator. I'll try and show you one if he has it in here. Yeah, so like one of these ones. So it'll have a short signal. You can see this is the back testing type of results here, and goes all the way down here, and then it says short exit right there. So you can either use it manually, or you can do what he does, which is automate it all, which is really cool. Now he has it on special, so this is a really good deal. It's only $397 for the next 3 days. Then it goes back up to the full price, which I think is $997. And honestly, some people are selling things that are much more expensive than this. This is kind of like an under the radar product, which I'm really excited to be helping Matt promote here. So definitely check it out. It's got some really good profit and loss statistics. So yeah, definitely have a look at it. Email Matt. I'll leave his email in the description below if you have any questions, so you can check that out. Now, this relates to Tim Sykes stuff because this is sniping SPY, so it's sniping options, really quick day trades, typically 5, 10, 15 minutes at the most. Well, that's what CatalystX with Tim Sykes does as well. So CatalystX are short trades on low float stocks, so quite different in terms of like the vehicle, right? So SPY Sniper's options on SPY. This is small cap stocks that move 10, 20, 30% within 5 to 10 minutes sometimes. So it's really pretty good. So I thought I'd go through like the last 3 trades really quickly. This is inside the Timothy Sykes newsletter dashboard. You can see that the alerts come out here. So they come out inside the dashboard, but they also come out on email and text. Now text doesn't seem to always work, so a few people have been complaining about that. So in order to really take advantage of these, you need to have push notifications on your email. So if you're at your desktop, down the bottom right here, for me, it'll pop up the email from Tim Sykes. I actually use a dedicated email for it, so I have that one to do push notifications, but I don't have my main email to do push notifications. So whenever I see this pop up, I can jump in really quickly, and there's very little time lost. And you'll see some of the charts here. I've done videos on this before. All the results that I've tried to document things will be in this full review. I think down the bottom here, but you can see I'd put videos in here. Let's see, this is a huge article. So I try and do videos like the one you're watching now every so often, trying to update you on the different alerts. So let's get started. So this is August 2nd, so we'll just go through 3 of the trades really quickly to give you a feel for what you get. So this was on August 2nd at 7:49 a.m. Bought 2,000 shares VC is easy for me to say, at 6.3. Dipped buying this big morning spiker with robot news near support, as I think, just zoom out here, lots of shorts, let's see, lots of shorts, expected just to die, but action this week tells us it's good to dip buy heavily shorted plays news like this. Goal is 5 to 10% on the bounce. And so you can see that time was 7:49 on August 2nd. And then at 7:59, so only 6 minutes later, we're already at 672. So 6.3 to 672. That's on the chart, which I will load up here. So we go up to here, go into 1 minute. So set to 1 minute here. I marked up the chart earlier, so hopefully we can see this. Boom. So we're looking at August 2nd here. It's already August 8th, so we have to go back quite a bit here. Up to here. So TradingView, I'm always a bit clumsy with TradingView. Probably need to do some tutorials on how to do this better, because I always end up spending ages just like zooming into charts and stuff. I'm sure there's better ways to do it than what I'm doing, but I'm just zooming in here. So you can see my little circles where I've marked Tim Sykes entry and exit on this one, roughly. So I'll zoom this up nice and big for you guys. There we go. So you can see he got in, if we go back to the actual time here, he got in at 7:49. So 7:49 is right here. And then out here at 7:55. So really the end of this candle. And he got a really nice, reasonable percentage gain on this. So yeah, you can see though that's the second problem here, if you know, is to get in quickly enough. So you really only had a minute to get in, and you probably wouldn't have quite got his price. So you have a decision to make when you look at the chart. You've got to be like, okay, I'm going to jump in and chase it just a tiny bit, or am I going to wait for a dip? Certainly don't chase it up here though, for example. So you'd have one candle right here where you're like, okay, it's close enough to his price, I'm going to go for it. And then you get just a few minutes, 5 minutes max, and you'd be out for a profit, 10% gains or so. So yeah, pretty nice. So that one went well. The next one was up here, CTXR. So CTXR was interesting. So he's saying he bought 5,000 shares at 0.913. And you can see he's not buying huge positions here. And he's only taking small chunks of the move. Like this one, don't think it carried on, no. So you can see why he goes in and out fast, because often these die. Sometimes they'll keep going. I think one or two of them kept going from this last few days. But often they'll just die, so he just wants to get that little slice of the pie. And you do get some training in here, by the way, in the Tim Sykes newsletter on how he does this and all the different things. So there's a lot more to it than just the alerts. And if you're serious about small cap trading, you really want to do some of the courses and really understand what you're doing, as opposed to just trying to make money following alerts. Because you can see that these happen really fast, and often you're left chasing. So the good thing is they win like 90% of the time. You just have to be quick enough, which isn't that hard to do once you get, you know, dialed in a little bit. Anyway, he bought 5,000 CTXR right here, 0.913. This one he barely made any money. It was like 3% or something. And he said, I'm buying this unknown biotech. And it's spiking the most into the close. So this is lower price sympathy play that the market apparently likes. Goal is to sell above $1 a share when more people realize this company is now related to TENK, which is squeezing nicely up 250%. And again, this was pretty quick, but not as quick. It was like half an hour. So, well, 34 here. So 2:34. So this was an afternoon, often the pre-market. I guess this one wasn't much slower. It was 13 minutes, so he got out at 2:47. And so I have the chart here somewhere. CTXR. So CTXR, and it was on August 5th. So let's go to August 5th here. Let's go hit this button on the 1 minute chart. August 5th isn't so far back this time, which is nice. So we got this one right here. Just kind of expand it up so you guys can see it a bit better. I always hate when YouTube videos you can't see any of the charts or what's on the screen, so I try to make this as obvious as possible. So you can see his entry here. I think it was 14.33. Let's have a look. Yeah, 34. And then out at 47, which is right here. So the move was from here. So this big candle starting to ramp up. This one was much harder. It's very thin. You can see on the 1 minute it just gapped up. Gapped up. So this one was a bit harder, and he ended up selling just almost at the top, but missing it slightly. This one, however, did go up massively into the close, and so you can see you left a lot on the table in this one. But you can never tell, like what the thing's going to do. So that one was interesting. The best one though was this top one, which is LUMN. So he bought this one on August 5th as well. And he bought 4,000 shares, so $12,000 worth at 306. I'm buying this recent multi-day runner on solid AI news after hours, and it already hit the 340. So I'd like to sell in the mid threes or even high threes when people see this. So he got in the low threes. So let's go and look at that chart really quick. LUMN. And again, it was August 5th. You can zoom down here. couple more. A little bit slow to load sometimes. Here we go. Zoom out a little bit like this. Alright, it's easier. So you can see I've already marked it up in this region here. So just going to expand, drag it up. So you can see this is after hours. So sometimes they're pre-market, sometimes they're afternoon, sometimes they're even after hours. This is a good example, one that did continue, just kept going up after he took his slice of the pie. This one also represented a chance to actually get in at more reasonable prices as well, in terms of not having to chase as much. So you can see he bought in this sort of consolidation down here. So we had this move up, this flag kind of pattern consolidation, and it ran again. And I just circled roughly what areas he got in and out. We can look at the more exact prices and times right here. So this one was quite good. It went up, I think like 8%, so 40 cents on $3.06. Actually 11%, so about 11% move on this one. And he said, nice winner for me. After all, I didn't even have Wi-Fi all day. Not going to get greedy as it's achieved my goals. Feels good to end the day with a solid winner like this after missing so much. Congrats to everybody. So this one really was like a very classic CatalystX trade. So this one was at 321. So right here. And you can see there was definitely time to get in close to his price. And then it rallied all the way up, and you could have actually got out at a better price than him, or if you'd held on, a much better price than him. But I think Tim's smart. He's made a lot of money, I think 7 million over the years doing this in similar styles. And I think it's probably smart to follow his lead on scalping in quickly, because often these will just, like you saw before, will just die away miserably. Anyway, hopefully that's helpful. I want to make sure that I'm doing these videos fairly often just to keep you guys updated on what Tim Sykes CatalystX within the newsletter actually involves. And again, this is only $49. And like I said, we've had 3 trades in 8 days. That's not even 8 trading days in August so far. And for 49 bucks, you get training, you get like all this different stuff, and there's also a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you really can't go wrong with this. Even if you just paper trade them and get better at putting orders in quickly, your $49 will be well spent. And you can learn the system and how to actually do it. So that always helps. Alright guys, hopefully that's useful, and I'll talk to you soon.